So this is the part of the daily grooming where we do nails. And if you're not watching all the other daily grooming, let me make sure that I say again that it's really helpful when it's nice out to do it outside and actually get the kittens in some sunshine or near some sunshine and fresh air. Having them out here on our deck calms them down, wears them out, and then when I pick them up from sleeping after they've been frolicking and playing in the sunshine and fresh air all day, there are often things still going on around us to distract them while I cut their nails. I already did this half of Deary's. I did her left hand, if that were a hand, and her left foot. And mostly she lays here. They are used to it because I've been doing it every week since I started fostering them. They're 11 weeks old now, which is actually the hardest age to do this kind of stuff. And I've been doing it since they were 3 to 5 weeks. So when there's a little breeze blowing and all the leaves are rattling around and such, it's much easier. So try to think about where you're doing it and what kind of things you have to help you with doing it. If you have a hot light set up and it's winter and you can't go outside, then having them right next to or even under the hot light is helpful because the feeling of sunshine warmth coming down on them just calms most kittens down. So here we go. So you want to have them in a fairly comfortable position, very gently, not retract, the opposite of retract. Squeeze very gently, pop the claw out. Now on a kitten, it's usually pretty easy. If it's clear or white, that is old nail that can come off. You want to keep the tips, the sharp tips, blunted as much as possible. This makes it harder for them to dig into your furniture, dig into things where they're going to climb up higher than they should. And it's also going to prevent them from scratching you up and hurting you and each other. And it's also going to prevent them from catching it on things. These sharp tips catch on things and then they get stuck and they try to rip it out and they can develop a claw injury. So you need to look for where it starts getting cloudy or where you can actually see a pink vein. When they're this young, it's still hard to clearly see the vein, but you can see where it becomes more opaque and you don't want to clip that far down. So these are going to be easy because these kittens are so young, they're not going to have much to cut off, and I also do it every week. So it should be pretty easy. So I'm going to want to take off probably about that much, really just the tip. That wasn't as clean as I would like, but they know. These kitties are wise to my games now, and they know what's going on here, so I have to be quick. Oh, that was pitiful. That was a pitiful little cry. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so pop out the next one. It's still pretty blunt, but you don't want to leave one nail a lot longer than the others either. Okay, okay. And they are little drama queens. They will definitely cry and raise a fuss. Okay. So you can, oh, stop, stop, stop. So I don't like to hold them by the scruff, and I don't like to hold them tight, and I don't like to wrap them up. I don't want it to get to the point that they feel like this is a battle or they're completely restrained, because then every time it just gets harder and harder. So I try to just get them through it, jolly them through it, distract them through it, but let them know, look, it's got to be done. Let's just get it done. Okay, it's okay. Here's one. Wait, that one actually looks very blunt. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, there's a tiny tip on that one. Okay. Stay still. Okay. Oh, she didn't like that. And now don't forget oh yeah, that's quite nice and short. I don't need to do that one again. Don't forget I call them the thumbs, the little thumbnail. That's nice and short, so I don't need to redo that one. And for some reason, I guess like people, the toe claws really don't grow as fast as the front ones. So sometimes I get lucky and I don't have to do those again. But hers have a little bit of growth on them, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them. All right, so we go quick and we go, hold still, quick. And there should only be one left. Let's see. Oh, she's no. Leave me one, she says, but I shall not. And quick. All right, and then I always double check and make sure I didn't go too short on any and cause bleeding. It's not a big deal with a kitten if you did. It's usually healed up and it stops bleeding, gosh, within like 15 minutes. And by bleeding, I just mean a spot of blood is on the tip of the nail. So I don't actually really ever have to use the styptic powder with the kittens. It would have to be, they'd have to be a lot bigger with a bigger vein and a bigger claw for me to feel like I needed to use it. But I always have it ready just in case one of them is just more of a bleeder. I use it for our great big dog more than I ever use it on kittens, but not a spot of blood anywhere, so that was a good job. And that's how you do the clippings. And here's how it should go with an adult kitty if you have been clipping their nails regularly since they were kittens. We have had Suki since she was about, how old, Jovi? 6 weeks? Since she was about 6 weeks old. So they don't love it. They'll still growl and meow and give you a hard time, but they're pretty good and calm about it. She just lays there. They know they don't get a choice. So did we already do this side? Nope, I see a long one there. So same thing. They're much easier to see on a bigger cat though. You pop the nail out, look for the clear tips. You might have already done a couple of these. And that one's definitely got some that can go. And I like these scissors better for a big cat. This one, yeah, has quite a little end that can go. And this one. And then don't forget those hooky thumbnails. That one's done. I know. This one is not done. Okay, and then the toes. The toes, especially when the cats are kind of done growing, they grow much slower on their feet, their back feet, and the tips are often a lot smaller, so you got to be careful back there. Just take the very point at the end of the nail off. You see how much is pink and how much is white? And we haven't cut her nails in a week, so that's not much growth at all. You just need to get the tip off. And that is clipping a little kitty's nails and an adult kitty's nails. So you can compare and see what doing each is like.